Did you know that in some parts of the world, people actually sleep with snakes as part of a strange ritual? But what happens when one of those people gets seriously ill? Would you take the risk? This is the story of Eka, a poor young man who made a terrible mistake. But before we dive into this shocking tale, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video for more thrilling stories. Once upon a time, in a small village deep in Africa, there lived a young man named Eka. Eka's family was very poor. His parents could barely afford to put food on the table, and their house was made of simple mud bricks with a thatched roof. Eka was tired of seeing his parents struggle every day, so one morning, he decided to do something about it. Eka thought to himself, I must find a way to help my family. I can't just sit here and watch them suffer. So, he left his home and went in search of work. But in the village, finding a job wasn't easy. Everyone was either farming or fishing, and Eka didn't know how to do either. As he wandered, Eka met his old friend Obi. Now, Obi was different. He was rich, fat, and doing very well for himself. Everyone in the village knew Obi. He lived in a big house, had plenty of money, and seemed to always be smiling. Obi, grinning. Oh, Eka. Long time, no see. What brings you here today? Eka, sighing. Obi, my friend, things are not easy at home. My parents are suffering, and I need a job. Can you help me? Maybe pay me something small every month, just so I can take care of my family. Obi scratched his head and smiled. But instead of offering Eka a job, Obi had a different idea. Obi. Eka, instead of me giving you fish every month, how about I teach you how to catch your own fish? Eka, nodding eagerly. That would be nice, Obi. I want to learn. But Obi wasn't talking about regular fishing. He had something far stranger in mind. Obi. Alright, Eka. Follow me. There's a way to make money, but it's not easy. You have to be brave, very brave. It involves something many people are afraid of. Snakes. Snakes. Everyone in the village knew that snakes were dangerous creatures. People feared them because of their venom and sneaky movements. But Obi wasn't afraid. He told Eka that there was a special place, a secret place, where rich men went to sleep with snakes at midnight. If they survived, they would become powerful and wealthy. Obi. If you can sleep with the snake for 6 months, Eka, you'll have money. You'll be rich like me. Eka was shocked. Could this be true? Was this the secret to Obi's success? He hesitated, thinking about the dangers. What if the snake bit him? What if something terrible happened? Eka, nervous. I don't know, Obi. Is it safe? What if I get sick? Obi, laughing. Safe. Of course. Look at me. I did it, and I'm fine. Trust me, Eka. You'll be rich. Just do as I say. Eka, desperate to help his family and escape poverty, agreed. He decided to trust Obi. That night, Obi took Eka to the secret place. It was deep in the forest, where the trees were thick and the air was cold. The place was quiet, and there was an eerie feeling in the air. In the middle of a dark, old hut lay a giant snake, curled up, waiting. It was big, black, and its eyes glowed like fire. Eka was terrified, but Obi pushed him forward. Obi. Don't worry, Eka. All you have to do is lie down next to the snake and sleep. If you survive the night, your journey to riches will begin. The first night was the hardest. Eka barely slept as the snake slithered around him, its cold body touching his skin. But nothing happened. Eka survived the night. And so it continued. Every night, Eka returned to the hut to sleep beside the snake, just as Obi had told him. At first, Eka thought things were going well. He started to feel stronger, and Obi promised him that the riches would come soon. But as time passed, strange things began to happen. 6 months after Eka started sleeping with the snake, he fell ill. His body felt weak, and he could barely get out of bed. His skin began to change, turning pale and scaly, like the snake he had been sleeping with. Eka, gasping. "What's happening to me? I feel so sick." Eka realized too late that sleeping with the snake had taken a terrible toll on his body. His health was getting worse by the day. And what was worse, he had no money, no riches, no wealth. He had been tricked. Eka lay in bed, regretting ever listening to Obi. He had trusted his friend, but now he was paying the price. The snake, which he had thought would bring him fortune, had instead brought him pain. Obi, seeing Eka's condition, didn't seem to care. He laughed and said, "Not everyone is strong enough to handle the snake, Eka. Maybe you're just not one of the lucky ones." Eka, angry. "Obi, you lied to me. You told me this would make me rich. But now I'm sick, and I have nothing." But it was too late. Eka had learned a painful lesson. Not all advice is good advice, even from a friend. And sometimes, what seems like a quick path to riches can lead to destruction. Eka returned to his parents, but he was not the same. He was weaker, sicker, and poorer than before. He regretted ever trusting Obi and wished he had never gone to sleep with the snake. And so, Eka's story reminds us to be careful of the choices we make and the people we trust. What would you have done in Eka's place? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more amazing tales from Africa.